Mega Man or Yoshi?
Oh, it's going to be Yoshi. Okay.
Oh, you're getting Yoshi, whether you like it or not.
I'm not particularly a Mega Man fan, so that doesn't hurt me at all.
So we're going to Smashville, as is expected from playing like Lavlis. Yoshi vs Kirby on Smashville.
That's actually interesting, because Kirby is a character with not like... The character doesn't have the greatest mobility, but he's pretty small, so he should be able to avoid these acts pretty well. At the same time, though, approaching Yoshi takes a long time, and Yoshi has this great mobility, so he can just like run around and throw eggs, even though Kirby's hard to hit.
Yeah, don't forget, most Kirby's neutral moves are aerials.
Yeah.
Like mainly down air, a bit of forward air for poking maybe. And Yoshi is an absolute boss in the air. He rules the skies. Mux also likes to get a lot of kills via edge guarding with down air, but you know, Yoshi's just gonna super armor right through if Lavlis plays his hand right. So that's gonna be tough for
Yoshi likes to jump a lot, and that's a thing why characters like Diddy, for example, are so great against Yoshi, because they have that. Diddy, for example, has that ferret. He can just like say, no, you can't jump in this matchup. And Yoshi's a character that really wants to jump, because his ground game isn't that good. I mean, his grab is kind of slow.
No combos.
No combos. I mean, his pokes on the ground. I mean, his jab is pretty good.
Definitely.
But a lot of his ground moves are either lacking in range or...
Yeah. And the ground move he does like to use, he can... Those actually does work pretty well for Kirby, because they do not get blocked by the crouch.
Yes. And Kirby being a character, Kirby also likes to jump, and especially because his mobility flowing into his actual ground moves isn't really that great. So approaching on the ground with the moves that he has, as well as the mobility, is really hard for him. So he wants to jump and use his aerial. So both of these characters kind of want to bait the jumps from each other and then punish them for it.
And Lavlis almost got the fair grounded spike to up air. But instead, he has to finish off with an up smash, because Muk was able to air dodge sooner. Because, you know, for those of you who don't know, you should never get caught by a move spiking you into the stage and then getting hit on your way up. Because as soon as you bounce off the stage, you can act immediately. I don't know why this is not the case for stage spikes, but if you get hit on the ground of the stage, you can instantly air dodge out of there.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing is that you should just tech that in general, to be honest. Because otherwise it just sets up some nasty situations in which you don't want to be in.
Yeah, so even if you do get the air dodge off, you know, you're not where you want to be.
Still, though, that was a great moment by Lavlis. Just first reading the spot dodge with the egg, and then after that just reading the air dodge with the up smash and then killing. That up throw will do it on the platform.
Definitely.
Even off the game.
Kirby being able to kill off of a grab ever since he got buffed, you know, that's real nice to have. Especially because it's one of those throws that gets powerful under a platform.
Exactly, and especially on stages like Duck Hunt, Battlefield, Dreamland, Town and City even.
Yeah.
People die extremely early from that. It's extremely scary.
Okay, Lavlis actually hitting a grab with Yoshi. Smoke in a bit of trouble.
And Kirby's recovery is actually, it's long, but it's not that good, because the B on itself is kind of meh, because you can kind of compare it with Ike's up B in the sense that it like makes the same kind of movement, but the thing is that Kirby doesn't have super armor on it. So
and a way worse hitbox.
And a way worse hitbox, exactly, because it's not like it is joined.
So most Kirbys, Muk included, prefer to go high and just trick him with air dodge.
Yeah, I have to actually change my words, because it does have a disjoint. It's just that Ike's recovery at some point gets a projectile because it throws the sword first.
Oh, the shield break with the down B, and he tumbles to the bottom of Smashville with absolutely no options.
Exactly, and now Muk trying to punish him on the ledge just got the punish, but Lavlis with his great mobility is able to space around that back air, because the back air on itself wasn't placed that bad. It's just that Yoshi's mobility allows him to move around that really, really well.
I love the way Lavlis is moving with this Yoshi, man. He's just in and out, and sometimes there's an egg and sometimes there's an aerial, you just don't know what to expect.
Exactly, and as we see right now, Lavlis is kind of dominating the sky with Yoshi because of the great mobility, but also the fact that Yoshi's aerials on themselves, like Nair, back air, they are really, really good.
And even if he does get into a bad situation, I don't know what he's trying when he's just running away from the egg, but yeah, even if you do jump into a bad situation, Yoshi has the air mobility to just drift on out of that.
Yeah, exactly, and as we saw, that's what we just saw. He just drifted right beside that back air at Muk place, and it didn't connect. But the last one did connect and did actually take the stock. So
dash attack to cover the landing.
Yep, Yoshi's dash attack is amazing. which is really, really good. Especially on characters like poor air mobility, because they can't really move away from it, so he can just catch their landing with it.
Kirby's air dodge is, I mean, dash attack is it's alright,
Kirby's
but not fun to use for it. The thing is,
Yeah.
though, if Lavlis, what he's doing right now is just always landing with neutral air,
He's just like throwing out those spares.
then it will definitely beat the dash attack by Kirby.
Yeah.
So Mug has to get the spacing right if he wants to get landing punished with it.
Even though if Muk actually manages to avoid some hits and gets in some more damage, he might be able to clean that stock that Lavlis still holds sooner or later. So at this point, it's important not to get hit.
But he teched it the most dangerous way possible, in place.
Goes for the forward smash. Isn't gonna.
Oh, Lavlis is tired of this game. He wants to finish it.
But that's a dangerous mindset. However, the up air will do it. As Muk threw out the fair. Didn't connect. Again, the mobility by Yoshi's mobility is
it's so hard to deal with, dude.
It's hard to space your moves properly in when you want to horizontally space a move on him, because he can just move around and you barely miss the spacing. Which is why vertical pressure on him, for example, if you have a Diddy Kong fair, just prevent him to jump, because you don't want to.
Yeah, if he's still on the ground, keep him there. If he
Exactly.
goes in the air, just recognize when it's a full up and be under there. I know Yoshi down there is scary, but you know, it's slow, so you should be able to, you know, get in there before he can throw the down air. Or maybe if you have a good disjoint like Cloud, you can pop him anyway.
Yep.
However, Kirby definitely does not have that luxury.
Yeah, and if I were Muk, I would actually go to a platform stage because of the up throw kill.
It also kind of intercepts what Yoshi wants to do, you know. If he jumps too
Yeah,
high,
Yoshi,
he can't drift around through a platform.
However,
it has to land, and that's where you can get him.
However, one thing about Yoshi on this stage is that those X and his air mobility, he's everywhere. This character can cover platforms really, really well with his aerials and his X.
However, Kirby always wants to remain grounded.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't necessarily say that he wants to remain grounded. He just wants to anti-air Yoshi a lot because of his amazing air mobility.
Yeah, the thing is, if you stay in the air as Kirby, you're just gonna get out mobility, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing here is that it's pretty hard for a character like Kirby to anti-air Yoshi, because for one, his mobility doesn't allow him to. Yoshi can just run away and jump after that. And the second thing is that Kirby's aerials in general aren't the best anti-air tools, I'd say.
Indeed, indeed. His F smash is fairly decent, so he hasn't been able to use it though, because you know it's just so hard to get near Yoshi. We see Muk chasing, and now the smash attacks are coming out because he just can't reach him. Up tilt from Lavlis, rarely seen move.
It's actually really good, because Yoshi's up tilt allows for a lot of combo setups. Actually can deal a lot of damage in combo, so that's definitely a usable move.
It's definitely a usable move, but it's still pretty rare side, because they are just in the air so often. When they're on the ground, most Yoshis prefer to use down tilt. Forward tilt almost never gets used on any Yoshi.
No.
Okay, there we had it. Muk had him on the platform. He didn't get anything out of it, but that was a moment where you can get Yoshi. When he's on the platform and you're under him, he has to go somewhere. He wants to get back.
And covering Yoshi on platforms is also pretty difficult, because you can just move around them and then change the one that he's going to land on the last minute, where most characters just blindly obviously have to decide where they are going to land.
Look at this. Muk has some juggles going. Lavlis does not have a jump, but he misses the extension. He got about 2-3 aerials in.
Wow.
Yo, the most randy anti-approach down B.
Well,
how does that hitbox work?
First it was the up smash missing.
Yeah.
Then he did a forward smash after that, also missing. And then he was like, let's throw down B.
Just keep pushing those buttons.
Let's just throw something out, and it probably works. Even though that was probably not the thought behind it.
Okay, no up throw yet. No up throw yet. Even though it looked like he was under the platform, but he might have been just in between.
Yeah, exactly. And in that case, it kills way later, because that upper platform there with the kill power of the move makes a big difference.
Forward air spacing everywhere. That's the beauty about Yoshi's forward air. It's really powerful, get a lot of shield stun, and if you do it rising, you still get that mobility to drift back. It's not just a move, it's the synergy it has with Yoshi's air mobility.
And in this move, I can just see that.
Oh! But Kirby can make it back.
Ooh, goes for it before there, doesn't get it. But abandon this stage. I can just see that Kirby has a really hard time actually being able to cover those platforms when Yoshi's moving around. So a really hard time for him to.
But those platforms did just help him secure the kill with the up throw. Just a little bit of a boost.
Which is probably why Muck chose the stage in general, I think.
Yeah, also it's a pretty narrow stage, so Yoshi just has less space to work
He has
with.
less space to work
Less
with.
space to float around.
I think Dreamland is even better for Yoshi because it's harder to catch him. He can just stay on the platforms, move around. It's really hard for Kirby to get him.
So Battlefield probably a pretty
Oh,
good choice,
wow.
but another
Shoutouts to SL Kai.
The spikes with the nose, man, almost got me sneezing.
The one that introduced that move to all of us was SL Kai, and then after Yoshi started doing it.
It's a terror.
Yep. But it's a really good move.
It is. Safe, almost safe for shield. Maybe safe for shield versus some characters if you do it rising and drift back. But Lavlis has always been more about those eggs and those B reverse egg lays.
Lavlis is the kind of player that doesn't really want to approach, which is why I think Yoshi is the character that fits him, because he can just throw eggs all day and be like, yeah, come at me, show me what you got. And he used to be like that in Brawl as well, just like, come at me, come at me.
And then when you finally crack and run after him, he flies through you with an air.
Yeah, or like he throws an egg at you and he's like, oh, you gotta follow up. That's probably the best thing about those eggs. They have like a lot of range. They are versatile, but they also like combo into a lot of stuff.
Oh, a smash attack, and he air dodged right after. I can't blame him because, you know, shorter up air is pretty scary, but instead by the platform, the kick.
That thing has a lot of range.
And then